Okay, so this is interest on debentures topic, and you should know that interest on debentures is paid at the specified rate. So rate will always be mentioned. As we know, whenever we are doing the questions on debentures, it is always mentioned that 9% debentures, 10% debentures. So this is what the percentage which is given to you. It is the interest on debentures. Okay. So always
Yeah.
remember that the interest on debentures is calculated at the fixed rate. So the fixed rate means the rate which is mentioned just before the debenture. So that is known as a fixed rate. So company have to pay the debentures on that rate on the paid up value. So these are the journal entries which you should remember. So first of all, we have to pass the entry for the due. As we have already read these things that whenever we are paying something, we have to pass the due entry before that. So first of all, you have to pass the due entry. So debentures interest or interest on debentures is one and the same thing to debenture holders. Right. So because the company is paying it to the debenture holders, so that is why debenture holders are credited, and interest on debentures is an expense. So that is why it is debited. And this is an entry for the due when the interest on debentures is due. And this is the entry when it is paid. So what is the entry? Debenture holders, they are the receiver. That is why they are debited, and the bank to bank because the money is going out. So that is why to bank. Since your interest on debentures is your expense, so that is why we have to pass this interest on debentures to the profit and loss account. So the third entry is to for the transfer of debenture interest to the profit and loss account at the end of the year. So every end at the year end, company is going to transfer this interest on debentures to the profit and loss account because it is a charge. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a question on the interest on debentures. So first of all, understand the question, what the question is saying. So Time Sports Limited, they issued 15,000 debentures, and the debenture is 10% debentures of rupees 100 each on 1st of April 2024. The issue was fully subscribed and fully paid, and according to the terms of issue, interest is due on half yearly basis. So basically, company is going to pay interest half yearly, like after 6 months. Every 6 months, company has to pay the interest. So they are saying you have
Okay.
to pass the journal entries for the interest on debentures for the year ended 31st March 2025. So for the year ended 31st March 2025, company is going to pay debentures two times, that is 6 months. So let's understand it. So if the year is starting from 1st of April 2024, so the complete year will be 1st April 2024 to 31st March 2025. So in this entire year, company is going to pay the interest on debentures two times. Okay, so two times means the first interest will be after 6 months. So after April, May, June, July, August, September. So the first interest company is going to pay on September 30th, 2024. And the second interest, so this is the first interest. And now the second interest company is going to pay on March 31st, 2025. Okay, understood these two things,
Yeah.
two times how the company is going to pay half yearly interest. So now we have to calculate this interest. Okay, so um, after this, if we have to calculate the interest, so see how to calculate the interest for September 30th. Um, the debentures, what is the amount of debentures? So 15,000 debentures of rupees 100 each. 15,000 debentures into 100 means 15,000 multiplied by 100. So it will be how much? 15 lakhs multiply by 10% debentures. Okay, multiply by, we have to calculate it for 6 months, right? So it will be 75,000. So 75,000 is the interest on debentures for both the years. Like for September 30th, also we are going to do pay this interest, and on March 31st also we are going to pay this interest. Now see what will be the journal entries. Do you understand this part? Can we move to the journal entries part?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So let's understand the journal entries part. I'm going to solve it over here. So what are the journal entries? As we already mentioned, so the first entry will be September 30, 2024. Okay, so the first entry is debentures interest to debenture holders. Okay, debenture interest account debit to debenture holders account. So the amount is same, that is 75,000, which I just now calculated. And after this, the entry will be debenture holders to bank. Okay, debenture holders to bank. So the date will be same, 75,000. Since we are paying it half yearly, so the next date will be March 31st, 2025. Okay, so it will be debenture interest account debit to debenture holders account. So it will be 75,000, and here also it will be 75,000. After that, what we have to do? Debenture holders to bank, because we are paying the amount. So entry will be debenture holders to bank, 75,000. And if you remember, I told you in the previous slide that whatever is the interest, it is a charge against profit. So the last entry will be, we are going to transfer the entire debenture interest amount to the profit and loss account. So that amount will be profit and loss account debit to interest on debentures or debenture interest. So total interest on debenture. So total interest we are going to transfer. So 75,000 plus 75,000. So it will be 1,50,000. So 1,50,000. Okay, so this is the last entry we are going to pass. Tell me if you have any
Okay.
doubt. Is that clear?
No. Yeah.